So, first of all, welcome to 2023. And y'all already know that I like to give little life updates with work, content, and like my personal life. And this is going to be that video.
You in the past, I'm in the future. You mad, they don't salute you. I need a bag.
Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. If you're new here, my name is Keela Trishawn, and I make videos on lifestyle, insurance, and mental health. I also do vlogs, day in the life in the insurance industry, day in the life with a toddler, all the things. So if that's something that interests you, go on ahead and click that subscribe button below. Be sure to turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything from me. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back, and thank you for your support. All right, so as I prefaced, I kind of wanted to just do like a little update, give you guys like a dedicated video on like what is going on, how the year ended with like work, content, and personal life, and then what I'm kind of like planning for the new year in those three areas. I do these like every couple of months just to kind of keep you guys posted and like update you on everything. So if you are interested, definitely go on ahead and stay tuned. Okay, so jumping right in, I wanted to start with work. A lot of you guys have subscribed because I do videos on insurance. I talk about my life in the insurance industry, day in the life in the insurance industry. I take you guys kind of like along with me on like different inspections and kind of talk you guys through what I'm doing at my desk, that kind of thing. So if you are new here, I am a field adjuster in the homeowners department of an insurance company. I'm a staff adjuster, not an independent adjuster. That seems to get lost in translation sometimes. I am a staff adjuster. I work for an insurance company and I'm licensed. With that said, I have been doing insurance as an adjuster for going on 8 years. So 2023 will make 8 years for me. And to be completely honest with you, I am over the adjuster position. Now, I've said this before in different videos. Although I have figured out ways to kind of, I don't even want to say perfect, because I don't think this is a position where you could ever be like perfect per se, but you can find ways to, keep yourself organized. You can find ways to make your routine less stressful, ways to keep your customers happy, all that stuff. But anybody that works in insurance knows that things can change from day to day. I would say probably my biggest struggle and my biggest point of anxiety working as an adjuster is trying to appease my management and my company, and then trying to appease the customer. Really, like, it's all like a fine line. It's like customer could want A, B, and C, but then the company doesn't allow that. So I have to figure out a way to explain to said customer that this isn't covered by your policy. Sometimes they understand, sometimes they don't. And then there'll be things that I think should be done, and I feel like it should be covered in the policy, but then you have one manager that will okay it, another manager that won't. So it's a lot of like basically playing the middleman. And then also, I've told you guys like over the past several months about just like the changes that have gone on with the particular company that I'm at. And when I tell you like more than half of the staff that I started with at the beginning of 2022 is no longer here, I am not BSing. Like, we are extremely shorthanded right now because some of the issues with the company are just things that, without getting into like super duper detail, because I've gone into detail in other videos, but basically there are things that this company has done over the past year that as an adjuster, it just makes the job that much harder. Like, being an adjuster is already a tough job, but some of these changes have essentially put us in positions where like having a work-life balance is almost like non-existent. So like you kind of have to force it, and with you forcing it, you tend to not get your work done in a timely manner. And it's not because you're incompetent, it's because you're not really given like the time to get things done. It's almost like you're just expected to work whenever, however, and just basically say F your family, F your personal life. And I'm at a point in my life where I'm just not willing to do that. I'm not at that point where, I'm in my early 20s and I'm like hustling and bustling and I'm trying to build a name for myself in a certain industry. I'm damn near 40 years old. I don't have anything else to prove. I've proven it. I have gone above and beyond, but I'm over the point in my life where I feel like I need to basically kill myself and neglect everything else around me in order to appease a company. I'm not doing that. So with that being said, and I've mentioned this to you guys before, I am over the adjuster role. I did have a couple of interviews at the end of the year, but they were for adjuster roles at different companies. Now, the reason why I turned these roles down is because, well, one company kind of had me messed up with the pay. That's a whole other story. It's in one of my previous blogs, but basically they had me mess up with the pay. And in the other company, the pay was good, but I really had to like do some soul searching, and I really do believe in doing things differently if you want different results. And I know what the adjuster role entails, and I feel like no matter what company you go to, you're going to still deal with a lot of the same issues, but different nuances at each company. So a lot of those core issues I don't want to deal with anymore. Therefore, I don't need to be looking for adjuster positions. I need to be looking for positions for my preference that are not customer facing. I've told y'all this before. I have had the opportunity to train some folks over like the last several months, and I've actually really enjoyed that. My only issue with training people is that I still have my own claims that I'm working with. So it's not like I'm given additional time to necessarily work these claims. I'm not getting in new claims while I'm training someone, but I still have to deal with the claims that I have. And depending on the types of claims, that could be a lot. I'm training the person pretty much the whole day, and then in my spare time, then I need to figure out how to work the other claims. So it's not really kind of how I want to do things. Like if I'm going to train somebody, I would want to just train them, and then that be all I'm doing and not have to worry about actual claims. I've also thought about like just different back office support type positions, because I feel like I know the job. I can teach someone how to do the job and do it effectively and be good at it. But long term, it's not for me. So that's kind of where I'm at this point in my life. I'm waiting for a couple of answers on like some different opportunities that I kind of put myself in like the room for. I've discussed some other opportunities because I think where I'm at with this company is I don't think they want to lose me per se. And I don't necessarily want to start over at another company if I can help it. Like I kind of expected this to be a last stop, but what I know for certain is that I'm not going to continue to do this role. Like I'm trying to be out of this particular role no later than first quarter. To be real with you, like I don't really want to be in this role past January because they kind of got me effed up and the workload is just becoming ridiculous. So I'll keep y'all posted on like what I plan on doing if some things like kind of don't come into fruition. The reason why I'm kind of like not really speaking about it is because it's a lot of like moving pieces right now. So I might have an opportunity to move within this company. I don't know yet though, because we've had so much turnover. So I kind of just, without saying too much, I kind of get the feeling that if I'm able to secure one of these other positions that I've looked at, I might be in a situation where they have to keep me in this role for a little bit longer because there's literally no one. And that is actually going to piss me off. And that will kind of make me make a decision. Because I'm also not the type where you're just going to keep me somewhere because you need the help. Like I'm not going to continue to be miserable because y'all can't figure your shit out. I'm going to like make some changes on my own if I can't get what I want. Like I'm literally at that point. You give me what I want, all right, go, So there's that. That's, with the role. Then just kind of like another thing that happened, and I talked about this too in a previous vlog, my manager that had been managing me basically like most of 2022, he left. And he left like during the holidays, and it was like a shock for everybody. So now I have a new manager, and it's like, I know it's going to be like a learning curve, like basically getting to know her, getting to know like how she likes things, the different information that she wants to see in a file, if she has to come and like audit it, or if I need to ask for like authority to pay something. So I understand that and I'm okay with it, but there are just some things that she like does that I'm not okay with. And it's more just like a personality thing. It's not even like she's doing anything bad, but she's big on like calling you out the blue. She'll like, oh, do you have a second to talk? And it'll be some dumb shit. And I kind of like to just be left alone. Like, especially with the workload being so crazy, I like to be left alone. Now, if you need to talk about something that is like, pertinent to the job, or it has to do with one of my claims, like you're trying to approve something and you need to speak to me, that's one thing. But like, for example, she sent an email about working like through the holiday weekend. And it was just like, if you're interested, let me know. I wasn't interested, so I didn't say anything. So she calls me like, oh yeah, no, she didn't respond back to the email. Yeah, because I'm not interested. You specifically said if you're interested, respond back. I'm not, so I didn't respond back. Plus, I've been in the field every single day, so it just kind of irritated me because it almost, to me, it kind of came off as like, I don't want to say like forcing, because she definitely wasn't like trying to force me to do anything, but it was almost like, oh yeah, like if you, work a little bit extra, you could get some additional pay, this, that, and the third. I am not interested. I already told y'all my raise was nothing phone home about. So I don't have high hopes for this additional pay that y'all are talking about to work these extra claims. I want to be left the F alone on my holiday weekend. So yeah, it just like little things like that, like just leave me alone. Like just the best thing to do is leave me alone. And I'm pretty sure that part of the reason why I feel that way too is because of just everything that's going on. Like I'm kind of like, I have a bad taste in my mouth towards the company because of like how I feel like we're being treated. And it's like people are leaving left and right, dropping like flies, and y'all still don't think that it's because of how things are ran. It's beyond me. But instead of complaining about it over and over again, that doesn't change things. So my goal is to just find something else, So that's pretty much what I'm doing. I still plan on making insurance content for sure, because I've told y'all before, I don't want to leave the industry. I just want to leave this role. I think that this is a good role for somebody who's starting out. And really, if you're doing insurance, you have to start as an adjuster for the most part, or like some type of customer service, like customer facing type role. But there's so many other like departments and opportunities, and so I don't want like my experience to deter anyone. And if we're being honest, I've been doing the role 3 different carriers, but I've been doing the role for 8 years. So I didn't just start to feel this way. It's just compounded. And then honestly, my personality is changing. I'm getting older. So the way I want my work life to look is just a little different, in the future. So yeah, that's what's going on in the insurance world and in my work life. Okay, so jumping right into the next topic, I wanted to talk about my personal life. And let me just preface by saying that, like, I am, like, outside of the BS that I deal with at work, I'm actually very happy in my personal life. I have a great relationship with my husband. My son is crazy, but he is amazing. I have an amazing family and I have amazing friends. I don't have a big circle of friends, but the friends that I do have are quality, okay? It's always quality over quantity for me, and it's been that way forever. But what has been getting in the way of my personal life is work. I've already kind of talked about just like the work-life balance and stuff like that. But I think a lot of times we sometimes create some of the issues that we have. Like I know for me, a big thing for me is like being a team player and just kind of like sucking it up and doing it to my detriment. And that's something that I've been working on for several years, but I really like this year, I'm really like, I know y'all been seeing that meme, get somebody else to do it, or it's like a video. That's kind of how I feel for 2023. Get somebody else to do it. Like, I'm always going to be there to help out. I'm always going to pull my weight. Like, that's what I think I struggle with. Like, I feel like if I'm not, just like doing everything, then I'm not contributing. When it's like, nah, I work really, really hard. Like really, really hard at work, at home, trying to make sure that my home runs smoothly, making sure that my son is good, while he's at school, trying to make sure that my husband has what he needs. I work really fucking hard. So I don't think that it's selfish for me to, prioritize myself and put myself at the top of that list and to take breaks. I've pretty much gotten to a point where I feel like I've let like my job get in the way of working out. I've let my job get in the way of filming. I've let my job get in the way of like a lot of things. And I'm just not doing that anymore. Like if anything needs to suffer, at this point it's going to be work. It's not going to be my personal life because I have to live with myself all day, every day. So I need to make sure that my health is good. Like I've told y'all about my fitness journey. I haven't completely fallen off, thank God. As a matter of fact, 2022 is probably the year of like the most consistency I've ever had in life with working out. Like there hasn't been a week that's gone by that I have not done something. There have been weeks where I've only been able to get at it like 1 to 2 times, which is not enough for me. But just the fact that like there was never a time where I was like, oh yeah, I haven't done anything for 3 weeks or a month. And I'm proud of myself for that. I gotta pat myself on the back because in previous years, I've started or I've had stints where I've gone like a couple of months working out nonstop and then I fell off for a few months and then had to get back on. This past year, I've been up and at it, and I even did some working out yesterday on New Year's Day. Okay, I started off the year with some cardio, so I'm proud of myself in that instance. But I just feel like I need to be more diligent and disciplined with making sure that I get in my activity. A lot of it really just like not just for the physical health part of it, but the mental health portion. I've said before that like doing cardio. One, I started the cardio thing first. along with strength training, but I started the cardio thing first because I've had bouts of high blood pressure in the past, and also high blood pressure runs in my family. So the cardio, obviously heart health, and it really makes me feel so good after I get done with the workout, like getting in a sweat, getting those endorphins going. I feel so much better. And that's really, I feel like what's been helping me with like what's going on at work, getting in my cardio in the evening after work. It's like I could be like super stressed out, but I'll do like a 45-minute bike ride, an hour bike ride, or even like some strength training. Like I do videos on like the Peloton app, or sometimes like my husband will just kind of walk me through like a strength training workout. After I'm done, take my shower, eat, I'm feeling amazing. Amazing. So I am such an advocate of just like getting some activity and on a regular basis, moving your body and just making sure that you don't go too long without doing so. I do feel like a lot of mental health issues, not to say that this is like a cure, but I do feel like a lot of mental health issues, at least in my case, like anxiety and depression, things that I've like dealt with in the past, have been alleviated. Not completely cured, but I would say alleviated with like physical activity. So that's something that I want to be like more diligent about in the new year, just making sure that like I don't have any excuses in that area. Also, although I love, like I said, my friends and family, I do think that even sometimes in those relationships, I will overextend. And I'm at a point too where it's like, sometimes it can be a thin line between enabling and, helping someone out. Like I said, I do a lot on a daily basis, and I really don't have time to be like, to be frank, I don't have time to help people out with shit they could do themselves. If you genuinely need my help and it's something that's out of your control and like, you need some assistance, I'm there. But like what I mean more or less is like people asking me for things that if they had their shit together, they'd be able to do themselves. Like I work very hard to put myself in a position to where I don't have to like burden others. If I need help, I will ask for sure. But even when I ask people for help, I feel like I am trying to make sure that they're comfortable, because like I normally don't ask for favors, and people are more apt to do me favors because it's not like a regular thing. Even with me, if someone asks me a favor and it's somebody who like never asked me for anything, it's like a one-off. Okay, you must really need my help because normally you have everything together, but you need help this time. People need help, humans need help, I get that. For me, it's the serial, can you do this? Can you do that? Or are you available for this? Can I borrow this? I'm not doing that no more in 2023. Like, get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. I want to be left alone. I need to have like moments for myself only, So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. And it's no shade or anything like that. It's just being all the way real. Like I'm tired of like using up everything I have, and then when it's time for me to give back to myself, I don't have shit left and I have to go rest or sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not doing all that. So yeah, people just got to be self-sufficient. So it's going to be a lot of tough love this year. Like I'm there if you truly need me, but like just regular things that you could do on your own, you're going to have to figure it out, boo. You got to figure it out because I ain't going to be able to do it. So yeah, that's life. All right. So lastly, I wanted to discuss content. So this has been, it's like an ongoing journey with me creating content. I am proud of myself for being consistent on YouTube. There have been times where I have like missed an upload, but I'll get back to it within a couple of days. So I would say like in the last like couple of months, I've been, I don't want to say struggling, but kind of struggling. And a lot of it stems from work, just like not having the time to dedicate, or not making the time, should I say, to dedicate to my hobbies and my things outside of work, because I've been putting so much energy there that like by the time I have like some time to rest, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm resting, like not doing anything else. But with that, sometimes the content has suffered. So I want to get back to, and I know I said this last year, but 2022. I said this last year, but I really want to get back to 2 uploads a week. So I've been playing with the days, and honestly, I think this year I went from doing like Tuesdays, then I went to Friday, then I posted a few times on Saturday, and then now I'm like back at Tuesday. So I'm trying to figure out, I guess, the best days. When I first started out doing YouTube, I was posting on Tuesday and Friday. I don't know if that is the best for me right now just because of my workload. So I'm thinking like maybe I'll post a video on a weekend and then have another day during the week. I do see a lot of influencers doing that where they'll do like an upload on Thursday and then on Sunday, or Wednesday and Saturday, something like that. Let me know in the comments if there are particular days that you guys like to watch YouTube, or like is it something that you just watch all the time, or is it something where you have like your particular days? Because I've seen that too. Like obviously if I'm uploading a video on a Tuesday, if people are at work and they're not able to watch it right away, then I might not get like all those views in like the first couple of hours, but like later on when people get off and are settled, or it's like a weekend, then those views will go up. So let me know if y'all have a preference, or if y'all just gonna watch whenever I upload. The information is very valuable because it helps me to plan, moving forward. Also, Carpet Chronicles. So my sister and I are actually planning to film a video. Like we kind of want to talk about like our wins and losses in 2022 and like what we want to do moving forward in 2023. So it's going to be kind of like a new year type situation we're going to do. I also want to like just plan out like other videos so I can make sure that I keep it going. I do plan on doing more day in the lives. Like I kind of want to start putting out like day in the life videos once a week, and then in addition to the day in the life videos, or week in the life, whichever comes first. I want to put up like reset routines, like my monthly reset routine, my Sunday reset routine, mommy content, things like that, because like I put up a couple of like routine videos for like in the morning when I'm getting he and I like ready for school and work. It can be a lot. I want to put up evening routines, cook with me's. I want to do more cook with me's. So that's another thing. My family is hoping to move into like another place, which I think will help with the cooking content, because I'm grateful for my place, but I don't have a lot of space to do what I want to do. And I also know like, you got to work with what you got, right? So I work with what I have, but I do think that I'd be more successful, and I think that I would be more apt to do like cooking content if I actually had the space to do so. So yeah, that's something that I'm looking at, like, when we move into a new place. And yeah, like just I want to diversify the content. Like I do a lot of insurance. I want to do more things where I'm talking about like mental health and lifestyle. I sprinkle mental health in the videos, but I want to do more videos that are dedicated to like mental health and taking care of yourself outside of work, taking care of yourself outside of being a mom and wife, or whatever you have going on. Even if you don't have like a family that you're taking care of, you still deserve to have self-care. So I want to start doing stuff like that, like just different things that I do, because I have things that I do, and I'm like, you know what, I could probably film this. So I want to start like being more intentional about the videos. I also know that like not everything is going to bring in the views that I want per se, but it's not really all about views. Like I feel like I want to put out like the quality content, things that I enjoy doing, and then also I know that if it helps me, it could help somebody else. So I kind of want to like keep that at the forefront, even when I'm feeling like a little, I don't even want to say insecure, but like, oh, should I post that, should I not? I need to post it. So yeah, there's that. And that's with YouTube specifically. I also want to get more on like TikTok. I hear that's like the way for the girls, like from what I hear, TikTok is kind of like one of those platforms where you can kind of be a little more what's the term, you can kind of like more come as you are, whereas like Instagram kind of has like that aesthetic, like that super clean aesthetic and all that, and kind of like glam. TikTok is where you can just like just start filming and people truly appreciate that. So I want to get more into that platform. I kind of fell off there. Like I'll post stuff, but I haven't really posted like original content to TikTok in a while. So I want to get back to that. So that, and then y'all know Instagram, I'll be fighting for my life over there, child. So with the TikTok, I also want to start filming more in bulk, like with the reels. I was doing that for a while. Like I want to say like 2021 and like summer 2022, I was filming a bunch of reels in bulk, but it got to a point where I had all these reels that either were dated or I just wasn't really feeling. I probably got in my feelings a little bit, but I need to stop that shit. I need to like really go hard, because I do want to like really build this community, and I can't do that if I'm not posting, so yeah, just expect some more stuff from me in the coming year. And any ideas y'all have, anything that you would like to see on the channel, definitely go on ahead and leave below in the comments. I'll be using the comments for inspiration. All right, you guys, so that is all I have for you today. I just want to give you guys an update, let you know kind of like where my head is at for the new year, what I'm planning, and what I see for the future with myself, and also just kind of like social media. I would love to hear like some of your goals. If you guys are comfortable with it, let me know some of your goals in the comments. If you work in insurance and you're an adjuster per se, do you have the same, I guess, plans about moving out of the adjuster role, or are you content in the adjuster role? Let me know. Anything that y'all want to comment on that I talked about, please definitely go on ahead and let's have a conversation. If you enjoyed the video, definitely go on ahead and give me a thumbs up. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And if you have not subscribed and you made it this far, go on ahead and click that subscribe button. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything from me. With that being said, you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.
You mad, they don't salute you. I need a bag, size is super. They turned your bag, it's like I never knew you. Leader.